Hello, it's Ken here again with another look at my collection. Today it's the Moody Blues vinyl and some CDs. As always, if you got any comments, feel free to add them, bad or good, all accepted. Opinions are great. And also, if you like what you see, subscribe. I got loads of videos on loads of videos on there to look at if you're interested in rock, pop, etc. So without further ado, straight on into the vinyls. These are all originals. All my Moody Blues albums are originals. This is Long Distance Voyager. I think it's the 7th or 8th album. I'm not sure which number it is. Chronologically. So there you go. So there's the Gatefold Speed, all the lyrics and stuff and information on there, and there's the spread out of the good old gatefold sleeves. So that's Long Distance Voyager. That's a later album by the Moody Blues. Next up is the live album, and it's called quite a mouthful, Caught Live +5, the Moody Blues. I think it's the Royal Albert Hall this is recorded at. Yes, it is, yeah. My memory wasn't playing tricks. Nights in White Satins Are the Legends of Mine, Ride My Seesaw, Tuesday Afternoon, Dr. Livingstone, I Presume, Never Comes a Day, and a few others. It's a double album, and the last side, the +5, is studio tracks. So there's the gatefold. Try and open all the gatefolds. A lot of these are gatefolds. Not that many live albums actually. I've got a couple of them, but not all of them. That's Caught Live. This is the entry point really for a lot of. There is an album before called The Magnificent Moody's. I haven't got that, but this is Days of Future Past. This is the orchestral one with the London Festival Orchestra, conducted by Peter Knight. It's probably the beginning of people, bands. Having a crack with orchestras and stuff. It's a very 60s album cover. Obviously, the Night in White Satin is the track on here that people will know, though there's quite a few great other tracks. So that's well worth seeking out if you haven't never heard anything by the Moody Blues. You like orchestral rock, that's a place to start. So that's that album. Next up is a compilation album, one of the first I bought. This is the Moody Blues. This is great because it's got different mixes on it as well, and it's sequeled through. So one song runs into the other, so it's well worth getting, even if you've got most of the tracks on other albums. There's the gatefold. There's the track listing, and it's got starts out with Question, one of my favourite tracks. And then it finishes with Late Lament, which is separated on here for the first time, I think. Nights in White Satin is the track just before it. And it's got everything off the famous 6 albums that they done. So that's this is the Moody Blues compilation. Next up is On the Threshold of a Dream. A lot of these albums are quite proggy. This has got the booklet intact, which is not rare, but it's fairly unusual if we come out sort of stapled in. So just get that open so you can have a look at that. There's the book. And the DRAM label, as most of these are. They've got their own style of their own, I think, as well. So that's On the Threshold of a Dream. This is stereo. This is something you may remember. Some makers put on mono and stereo. It was done with a little dot which is the inside cover. There you go. This is Question of Balance. It's one of my favourites with Question on itself. Excuse you, a bit of frog in my throat this morning. Wet me whistle. This is quite an intricate sleeve. It's got a top, according to the picture, which goes that way, it's a top-loading album, but it's not. It's on the side, really. There goes the inside cover. Very intricate cover. All these albums original, they said I'll just pop this with it because they do have this sort of stereo stuff and written on the sleeves. So that's Question of Balance. Next up is In Search of the Lost Chord. This is a late 60s album. A bit of sticky stuff on there. So I had to repair one of them. This may have been it. It came apart and I put some glue on the top to seal it up again. So that's In Search of the Lost Chord. It's a very 60s looking back picture, isn't it, there with all the lads at the top. People may not know this, but Denny Lane was in the original Moody Blues. They used to have Wings and stuff. He's left by this point. Left before they hit the big time with Days of Future Past and changed their style a bit, I think, from a blues-based sort of groupie. There you go. Seven Sojourn was next up. Like about this is some can't believe this, but this has got somebody's signed it to say that it's their album, and that was a trend at the time in the early 70s, late 70s, perhaps, when you went to parties and stuff and took your records with you. You didn't want to lose them, so or you lent them to people, you put your name on them, and I think that adds a bit of gravitas to these albums. It's a bit like the Pops and Clicks. It means they've had a life. And, excuse me again. It means there's more to it as a story. That someone's owned this and played it and loved it. And pre-loved albums, So that's Seven Sojourn. Octave is the next one up. This track on there, Stepping in the Slide Zone. This unusually for the Moody Blues, they got the song of the time. I've got song titles written on the back. A lot of them haven't. Go back to Seven Sojourn. It's blank on the back. Did I open that one up actually? Can't remember. We'll have another look. I think I probably did. Here you go. Seven Sojourn. And this is Octave. This is the eighth album of this group, hence Octave, I think. But there you go. Correct me if I'm wrong. I probably am. Usually am anyway. This is on Decca. Next up is one of my favourites, Every Good Boy. This is a texture sleeve actually. Every Good Boy Deserves Favour, which is a play on a chord sequence, I don't know, memory chord sequence, I do believe. There you go. Quite an artistic cover. Not a bit mystic, perhaps is the word. I don't know. Very proggy sort of album. Probably the most, I think. I'm not sure. This next one might be. So that's Every Good Boy Deserves Favour. And this is to our children's children. I always got to think about that. And some of these are semi-concept albums. Make of that what you will. So there you go, there's the gatefold. As I said, most of them are gatefolds. This has got as I said about not being on the back, this is on the inside, the track listing. It starts up with higher and higher. One of the great things about the Moody Blues is a lot of great songwriters in the band. And back last year, I think Mike Pinder passed away, which is very sad. So it's getting to those stages of people's lives now, isn't it, where people you grew up with and sort of were in your lives are sort of passing away in the music business. This is not a compilation. This is called Voices in the Sky, the best of the Moody Blues. It's a single disc. A later compilation. It's got all you need on one disc, I guess, for the Moodies. And now a couple of solo type stuff. This is Justin Hayward's, I'm not sure it might be his first solo album, Songwriter, and it's a really good album. It's well worth venturing into if you're into the Moodies. And finally with the vinyl, this is a fantastic album. This is Justin Hayward and John Lodge, and it's Blue Jays. It's one of my most played Moody's type records. There they are on the inside. Blue guitar is not on there, unfortunately. Definitely would be these days, wouldn't it? Or even more recently, a little later perhaps. But it's a really good album. It's included on the CD version. Now to, excuse me. Not that many CDs. I got the deluxe versions. Days Future Past. These come with these. I used to like these. They don't do them anymore. The slip cases. SACD 5.1 surround sound, I think. Yeah. Stereo remastered album and 5.1 surround sound. My SACD is giving up the ghost. I'm going to have to get a replacement for it because I still got quite a lot of SACDs. Obviously, you can play them on normal disc. So, so that's Days of Future Past. Again, to our children's children. 2 disc sets. These are one's a SAD, one's a CD. And In Search of the Lost Chord. These are, as I said, are in as you're well full aware, if you know anything about CDs, these slip cases, they fold out. They got 2 CDs and a booklet inside in a digipack type arrangement. And the last deluxe album is I picked this up at a car boot sale, Moody Blues at Red Rocks. A night at Red Rocks with an orchestra, which I think is Colorado Symphony Orchestra or something like that. It's 2 disc set. It's not one I play often. It's a bit too orchestra-y for me. There's a lot of talking between each song as well, which is not annoying, but get on with it, boys like me. Others may have different opinion. And finally, I got the 3 other SACDs that are not in cases, which I picked up at the car boot sale. 7 Sojourn, Question of Balance, and On the Threshold of the Deep. So I've got all 6 of the major albums, but I'm still hunting down, if we can get them, the cases for those 3. So that's the Moody Blues. I hope you enjoyed that. As I said, any comments, feel free, and I'll be along soon with another video. Take care, everybody.